Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So, welcome to our season preview, which is the first official live update we will do for this new season. So, someone could welcome us to the show. I'm supposed to start the show by 8:15, but my body is with me. I said, make I start them earlier. Make I start them by 8 o'clock so that we'll get more time to talk plenty things, because since Yakpa for this season, we were supposed to talk about, because this is the pre-match analysis we go do before we enter the main season proper. We go see how the season will be. What are your expectations for this season? Where you think so we go end for this season? Remember what happened last season when we talk about how the season will be? Many people talk so we go end for 6th, some so we go end for 7th. But at the end of the day, we can't see Arsenal, the fight for top 4. Last, we can't settle for 5th. So today or now, I want to know what you think say this season will become, and we get some more talking points so we guys bring for Namoko analyze, and I get some little pockets of breaking news while we come through for now. We'll analyze that one. So make I run enter the comments, can make I greet the house, make I see many people we did there. So Richard Jacobs, they say Arsenal top 4. Now him they see I say no yawa. Then Demola Mama they talk say any news, CHUKS news day, Baba. I will let you know the news yakpa. Then at the same time, Damson Allison they asked me also whether any news day. I will let you know. News plenty. Then Jamil Sahid Ishola, they say CHUKS top 4 is sure, confirm. Then Abakalaka Lucky they talk say AJ top 4 sure. Then it's IKG greet us. I say hi. Mr. I say hi also. Then Emmanuel Elumugo they talk say CHUKS, I greet you from Togo, senior man, game out, Sally. Then at the same time, Jalo and Midu they say good evening. Oga Jalo greet you also. Then Samuel Utochukwu they talk say winning ways, Shola winning ways. Then Chidera Kusike they talk say hi, Baba will greet you. Waiting be your analysis of this 2 season. If you are an analyst and they call you now and say, looking at the way Arsenal don't spend, the way Arsenal buy players, how do you think Arsenal season is going to go? If you were to analyze it and make a prediction, just do your own forecasting. Say, okay, this is how Arsenal will see. Like for me now, personally, I see this new season as our breakthrough season. All you build, all you trust the process. Now this season be the process. Now here the process the end. Now what me I see. This season we will enter like this. Now here we will see all the hard work we don't make. You get. Because the kind of signing is so sign. No people they play the sign that kind of signing. We don't sign those kind of signing to come the end for 7th or to come the end for 6th. We sign that kind of signing to finish for 3rd and 4th. And the way God can't take butter our bread, we say people who come there our front, they know too like this signing, this transfer window now. They're not too strengthened the way we say I want the fear. Look at Chelsea now, just the struggle. How many people they don't buy to see striker self? They do like this. They do like this. The one sell team when I come out. Lukaku don't come out. Even Lukaku self, I'm not sure see that guy they come back again. Now the reason say they won't bring back Auba. We be saying a ship backer for us, Frank go backer. They won't come carry and come back for Chelsea now. If they don't see Auba, the reason one guy again, I don't forget his name. They like 3 or 4 players, but all those striker and ship back. I mean, people Chelsea don't sign now. They don't sign Cucurella because they don't agree a £50 million fee with Brighton. They sign Cucurella, they sign Sterling. Who again? Tottenham Hotspur. I don't see anything spectacular. So I'm saying this our new season. Say we go really do something spectacular. That is what I'm seeing. And I'm very happy with the way everything they go. So nobody let me take on the studio. Oga Terence don't join us. So Oga Terence, you are welcome.
Good evening.
You are welcome. And maybe not the okay, I'm in the network. So make I read the comments. Make I read the comments they go. Then if you hear me, make you indicate. Then Ike Williams don't say hello choose. Oga Ike will greet you. Then Oga Gift Joshua they say top 3. He did for sure. Then Abdul Fatai Jimo they talk say good evening sir. How are you doing? I am doing very wonderful. Then Siakao Gabriel they talk say nice one sir. Keep it up. God bless you. Then James Wilson say any news updates. Oga Terence Alpha, are you hearing me?
Very low, very low. I just my ear to hear you.
Okay, make I kick you out of the studio. Make you enter back. I beg, my dear football lovers, let me know for the comment section. So now they hear me well. Make I know. Now they hear me. Samuel, your place is very dark. We can't even see your face. We can't even see Samuel's face. Then at the same time, Marvin Bramhams. It also what they saw, bros. So Belen and Big Factory now. Oh boy, I pray very bitterly. No yakpa. Now evidence of good living as I did like this now. I don't know what I go do the belly. So Obinachi, okay, Obina Christian King, they talk say hi. Obina they greet you. Then Epa Cornelius they talk say this season will shock a lot of people. Aje, don't be say Kini Aje. I don't talk am before. This season, people go for they go say, now Arsenal be this. Then Joshua Naba they talk say Baba good evening. Then Ajiboye they say how can I join? Then Sanim Ibrahim say good evening, Sir CHUKS. Then Musa Alaji Mansari they talk say end first. Which one be end first, Baba? I don't understand end first. Then Mohammed, the MD9, they talk say good evening, Baba will cite you. El Nino, I think they say top 4 for sure. Gabriel Jesus, 20 goals. Baba, why they why me 20 goals? They pity for them. Me, I they say 30 goals. 20 be 20 goals. At 30 me, I they see. Then Mohammed Kabi and the talk say we are going to finish in the top 3. That's very good. Then Emmanuel El Mungo the talk says, Sir CHUKS, I'm seeing Arsenal end for 3rd place. Then Victor Chukwu the talk say Arsenal will be on fire this season. That's very nice. Okay, tell us how far. Are you still getting network issues?
No, very, very nice now, very sound. It's okay now.
All right. So what are the Arsenal mistake? If as an analyst now, how do you see Arsenal? Like, what are your expectations for this new season? Where do you see them ending and all?
Okay. Good evening, everybody. Good evening, lovers of football. Good evening, Arsenal fans all over the world. Good evening, Mr. CHUKS. Well, truth be told, Arsenal, their signings so far are very welcoming, like very pleasant. They've done a lot. I think more work still needs to be done. As it is now, Arsenal, in fact, nothing is stopping them. Like top 3 by His grace is sure. Only if they keep their game straight and take their chances. Sometimes when it comes to preseason, Arsenal they feel they prolific when it don't reach time for season. But I know that this one will be different ball game altogether because from the caliber of player, from the defense to the attack right now, Arsenal is well grounded. Like we have a prolific striker, we have our defense is well coordinated now. The midfield superb, and I think the coaching staff they are doing their job. This is what we've been clamoring for. This is what we've been begging for, and I think this time it seems they're getting it right. I just for me, I think we still need like 2-3 more players to just put the icing on the cake, so that at the end of the day, at the end of the season, we always smile together. For me, top three is sure for Arsenal this season. Top 3 is sure. Yeah.
All right, no one. Now Sammy said, "Don't join us for the studio." So Sammy, what are your expectations for the season? What do you think they will solve?
Good evening, Omaga Gunners.
Yeah, for life.
The house. Well, we have done well, and I believe say we go finish maybe 3rd, if not safe at the sales fighting for the title. So that's what I have to say.
All right, no one. And this always time I talk. For me personally, I don't think say now what we're supposed to go for. Never reach at all. But away from that, so Obum Valentine, the talk say, I greet the house. I'm watching from New Delhi, India. Then Joanna H. Labaran, the talk say, hi, Sir CHUKS. Then Abu, the talk say, Gabriel, hello, good evening. Then Latif Raimi, the talk say, top 40, very, very sure. Then Mama, the talk say, Arsenal top 4, sharp. Bill Gates from France, confirm, he get out. Then the Daniel Kuli Jr., they talk say, hi, Gunners. Then Olabiran Oluwaseun, they say, good evening, CHUKS. We're wishing Arsenal the best season. So, Oga Terence, let me come back to you now.
Okay.
With the way we don't sign players now,
do
you think Arsenal will sign more players before September 1? With the way we would hear different news where they happen for Arsenal, Horizon. So, do you feel we can see sign player?
Yeah, Mr. CHUKS, in fact, now players even they look for Arsenal, and not even Arsenal they look for players. You see, because of the caliber of signings, so we don't do, because of the caliber of players, so we don't get. More players want to key into the process because they know say Arsenal don't get quality now. You understand, not quantity. Before last season we just signed quantity instead of quality. This time around we are signing quality. In fact, with the likes of Gabriel Jesus and what's his name, Fabio Vieira and Zenko, these people or these persons that have actually come into Arsenal's football club now, they've attracted more players because they know say Arsenal rebuilding process is still in progress. Like they want to join the winning team. If you see, for real medicine for talk say, he said that in choose Arsenal or Tottenham. This to tell you
Yeah.
the kind of club where Arsenal have been now. This time around now, Arsenal are not just going for bringing players now want to come into Arsenal because they've seen what Mikel Arteta, if now only pre-season himself, those football where Arsenal play for pre-season, they enough to attract players to come Arsenal because they are not just winning, but they are playing very neat football, tiki-taka, giving to the fans what they really crave for. And this is what Arsenal Football Club used to be. Now they are coming back. We are not living in those days where we think say we not fit score goals. Right now, if we create chances, we have a deadly striker that can bury all the chances for us. Now, if only injury no come into play. That is it. For Arsenal can attract any kind of players now from any part of the world. Arsenal is a nice club and a big club. Yeah.
Okay, no worry. So Samuel, make I even ask you, make I hear your own talk, sir. You see the way we decide. We don't sign players, but some people they claim and say make us now still sign more players. So do you think we can still sign more players? I don't ask Oga Terence this question. I say make I even throw them to you. Make I know what you think. Do you think we can still sign more from now to September 1?
Yeah, it's possible. It's possible. So I'm looking at maybe two more signing, 2 or 1 signing. It's possible in terms of maybe the midfield department. You know, buying someone at that midfield. Then maybe I don't know about the striking department also, but I'm sure that we can still sign. There seem like 1 or 2 more signings to come. I'm very optimistic about that. Yes.
Mr.
All right, no
Please,
wala. So we don't get.
please 1 minute, please. 1 minute, please.
Okay, no wala. No wala. All right, now we don't get joined by Baba Sato. So Baba Sato, welcome to the building and the show. Welcome to the studio. So you don't see the new season now, 2022-2023. We don't pray for. So when it will start, it don't come now. So what are your expectations for this new season like this?
First of all, good evening to all Gunners fans and beyond.
Good evening, sir.
Oga Ostano, much love, advice, don't take more. And good evening, and every other fans. I greet all of you now. Is the day where we wait for? Now just like this kind of time tomorrow, we don't push the level. So the president we get is all this way. It almost come to start now. So I'm so very delighted or so very happy to see say waiting we wait for would almost near them. Most waiting we buy the product we buy are the 1B. So I'm so very happy to start with that. Yeah.
So Baba Sato, what will be your expectation for this season? How you say the season will go? Where it is will go end for table? You know, let me know your thoughts.
The truth is that this season went well compared to last season. Last season we really did well as well. You know, where we even did today, we don't even expect we even did last season. We even reason maybe at least, if we go Europa League. But unfortunately, we still go. We don't feel can go Champions League. Where we don't see the promised land. Only say we don't feel can enter. But it was not a bad attempt. We really tried. We did well. So I believe that this season, will do more better than this one. Because the reason when I talk about they see Arsenal will go Champions League this season. The reason we get 2 options. One, if we not feel reach top 4, I believe say Europa League will trigger us to that very place. So top 4 or nothing. Now waiting at the expect from the boys this season because I believe say at least we don't see get some potential players now. Where they hungry for trophies, you know, where 1 win trophies, like the life of the new signings where we new sign. So I believe say this season will do more better than last season. I'm seeing our boys doing well.
All right, no Alana. So we don't also they joined by Jukal Josie. So Oga Jukal, you are welcome to the show. You don't tell The new season don't land with this. So, like, I don't ask Oga Terence, I don't ask Sammy, I don't ask Baba Sato, even our audience, I don't ask everybody. What are your expectations for the new season? So that by the time the season not the end, I'm going to remind you and say, see what you na talk and see what they solve. If people say I go talk, say na top 4, maybe Arsenal go shock everybody and go win the league. Who knows? So, Oga Juka, I dey see the new season.
First of all, I want to greet everybody. Baba Sato and Co. I salute you.
Thank you, I won't greet you longest time. How do you family?
Yeah. Well, based on your question, for now we got to deal with a reality. Arsenal don't strengthen, and everybody knows say Arsenal strengthen, and you can see the impact of whatever they have done in the market. So they don't do well. You understand? If not for anything, that this guy where we get now, Gabriel Jesus and Zinchenko, these two guys, a very good addition. So the expectation now, like I overheard Baba Sato they talk about what we go expect, like is top 4 or nothing. So in other words, he already anticipating about the Europa League. Say Arsenal go carry her. Is a good thing, no. Me, I want Arsenal to carry her so that it go be a two-way stuff. Let them qualify for Champions League by playing the best game of their life, and I swear carry the Europa League. It go make sense. So me, I expect say Arsenal go do well. In fact, they go do well at this season. Everybody knows say the last season they do well without depth, without the depth squad. How much more when we don't get a little depth squad where we say, okay, we won't play this person now, you go see this person on the bench. You understand? So now Arsenal go do very, very well.
1 minute, sir.
Very,
Excuse me,
very,
sir.
very sure. In fact, I'm very optimistic that Arsenal will do very, very. In fact, top 4 is a sure bet. Top 4. If you look at some of our pundits, some of them they don't reverse. They don't. Somebody like Piers Morgan. If you check the recent update, in predict say Arsenal will finish top 4. So it's a big statement. Arsenal is doing well and they will finish top 4 this coming season, definitely.
Aji. All right, I know what. So Baba Sato, you get one question I want to ask you from one comment where somebody drop. Make I check the comment again. So Adeniji talks the top 4 is sure this season. We need DM, we need winger, we need one center forward. If you can add these 3 important positions, second position is maximum, which means second position is possible. So now the question is, we know say we get so many positions, so we need to fill up because we never fill up all the gaps what we see from last season. We still need the striker and all these positions we need. So which position you think say now we go really need to sign now? Because from the look of things, Arteta, Edu Gaspar, and Richard Garlic still one sign player. So which position you think say they go sign? Because highest when they go sign and maybe one player. So which position you think say we really need? Like we need them like mad.
The truth is that just like the way you say just now, we know we'll fit just occupy everybody finish for this season. Just like the way last season be. We pick the little ones so we get, City upgrades the team, put us where we did. So this season now, we upgrade that again now to lift us more than where we did. So if when we come to the point of saying we really need place, to me, where we really need now 2 places now. Not be say we don't need every other places where that commenter talk just now. The guy is saying the truth now, truth to talk. But we know we'll figure accomplish everything this season. Maybe probably window transfer with 50 some. But these 2 places when I try to talk, so we need to find person where go they assist Saka. We cannot use the same Saka where we used on last season. You understand? That guy over labor himself to the extent where he will almost play all the whole season finish. And the thing really affect him in 1 or 2 ways. So we need, to me, that's that particular place, at least. Not just ordinary person where go they even put fear for Saka body, just like the way Rans did. Take on big lane or come out. You understand? Where go they feel say at least may not feel say because we they call our star boy. We suppose put person where go they compete with him. When you say go they reach the Baba, if you fuck up, Arteta not get any secret mate. If you do well, you play. If you not do well, that person will japa you understand? That's one. We need person we will assist Saka. That's one. Then secondly, we need other potential attacker because Gabriel Jesus, yes, although say not be injury pro player, no two ways about that. But anything can happen, just like the way Sachu talk when they look out for GLF TV last time. He said, what about if COVID can't happen? Or maybe it can't get growth small, or one or two things. We know if we rely on Iketia. We know if we rely on her. So if they can bring down that Pepsi to at least, even though it's not better than Gabriel Jesus, or at least if it's better than Iketia, and what we'll see they look say if we come out, we get that person. We will fit do that country, we can't change them. So that two will be very important. If they want to add any other one, Jenna, it will be that Silima, that midfielder we will replace Party because Party now another injury pro player. So now that three angles that they look, but now that two important pass for the now. So waiting I see with that one. You understand?
Okay, no wahala. So Oga Terence, you are welcome back. So Oga Jukal, you don't see what we dey talk about now. So if now you self, which position you think say we need to strengthen for this new upcoming season before September 1? Because we got to sign the player before September 1 because September 1 is the deadline. So which position you feel say we need to strengthen because we can't strengthen everywhere?
Yeah, just like Baba Sato talk. You know, commending the first person that talked about the issue. There's no way you can fill all the gaps you have in one transfer. It's not done. I believe in what Arteta is doing. They add players that have, that have value or that add value to the club. You understand?
Yeah.
So, but the most important area they need to strengthen right now, in my own opinion, is to get a second to Saka. Because one, Saka played a very numerous, competitions last season. And if even upon that, he still they go international, like they represent England and all that. So when you add to all the games that guy played almost 40-something games last season. But the thing is that the guy is still young, so his strength can carry it. But we don't want that again. This because it's one of the things that affected Arsenal last season and their chances of, clinging to top 4. So, but as it stands now, he needs a second man. But right now, we can still manage Jesus and Nketiah. Maybe by January they will add one striker. You understand? The midfield for me, I think they have enough people there. We have Eneni there. We have Xhaka. We have Lokonga. We have this guy again, Partey, right?
Partey,
so yeah, we have 4 of them in. So if eventually Arsenal want to strengthen in midfield, and let's say they bring in Tielemans, that is to say Arsenal will loan Lokonga. Because they can't keep 5 midfielders and then will not give them playing times, even though they have multiple competitions to play. You understand? So the major area right now, I think, is a second to Saka. That's the major area for me.
All right, no wahala. Oga Terence, you are welcome back. Oga Juka, you don't talk very well. So make I go back to the comments, make I hear what see our community members they talk. Then Oriaki Efe Komo they talk say Arsenal will finish in 2nd position. Then Terry G they talk say Gunners for life. Then Hamidu Sulaiman they say top 4 is our target at J Shanla. Then Frenchy Shaka Billions they talk say good evening everyone. Then Tiko Bisco they talk say yes we can hear you. Okay, thank you for that. Then Skyline TV, so what is going, CHUKS? Then Johnny Tanham, they say, Baba, we really need this top 2 and 3. Oh. Then Ikpa Modige, they talk say top 4, they very, very sure. Then Ola Hebenjoy, they talk say top 3 is okay. So now, make I come back to Oga Terence, I will just join us back. Baba, I see say Arsenal don't assemble some people. But the previous summer, now Arsenal now get the highest spending for the transfer window. This season now, as they go now, Arsenal don't get the highest spending for transfer window. Now we don't assemble different kind of people. So now the question now is, do you have faith in Arteta bringing the best of the best ability out from these boys for this upcoming season? Because it is one thing to sign players. It is another thing to bring the best out of them. And we are using a case study of Chelsea and Lukaku. Tuchel bring Lukaku, when they fire anyhow for Inter, he come here, they don't fit do anything. So with this case study, do you think Arteta has what it takes to bring out the best from all these boys?
Good at all.
Thank you so much, Sachus, for this question. You see, I want to cite last season as a case study to say yes, that Arteta can bring out the best out of these players. If you see last season, with the caliber of players when he assembled, when he get, he was able to qualify for top 5. Just Sherlock, that ain't make us not enter top 4. Based on we were not having the quality that we were talking about. Based on some of our players were actually lacking experience. You understand? Right now, from what we have seen, from the rebuilding we saw last season, the way and manner he took them from the shackles of themselves to a shining light. In fact, Arsenal became the talk of every pundit towards the end of last season because of the kind of football they were playing. You understand? And not just the kind of football they were playing, the kind of results they were getting. It was just injuries and some, like I don't want to use what lousy or some kind of a mistake that actually cost us our top 4 target. So if you see how Arteta has been doing it, even when he was in Man City, deputy to Pep Guardiola, he was the one anchoring trainings, and Pep Guardiola just did there to monitor how things they go. That was why you see that most of these players, they were used to him, that he bought now, the Jesus and Zenko. They are used to his style already, and he knows how to bring out the best from players. If you look how this guy before, what's his name, Nketiah, before we the talk say he was not fit enough to even become Arsenal player, not to talk of come the spearhead our attack. But with the help of Arteta, he was so prolific towards the end of last season when they gave him the opportunity. When we were having nothing, Aubameyang, like Arteta was not giving us the good. But he came in under the tutelage of Mikel Arteta. He came in and he brought out, he gave us what we were craving for. So if you see that thing now, compared to now that you get some players who get experience, who get winning mentality, having or combining efforts together, then I believe the sky is our starting point. In fact, Arteta is a good coach. He just needs time. He needs that time for him to continue to use it. And if you want to rebuild, it not just take a day. It takes a process. And that process, we have to be patient. That is it. He can do it. He can.
All right, no one now. Oga Terence, you don't talk very, very well. You finish with Arteta can do it, he can. Oga Jukal, do you subscribe to the line of thoughts of Oga Terence? What say you? Can Arteta do this thing? Does he have the capacity to bring the best out of this player? Because he don't design. See Fabio Vieira now, he gives 16 assists for Porto before he come Arsenal. No one here say he don't know how to give assists again. So all these things now, what do you say?
I 100% support Oga Terence. Number one, when Arteta take over the mantle of leadership in Arsenal, nobody agrees say Arteta go fit do the job. So as Arteta come dey go, people still they criticize and say he's not going anywhere. In fact, they predicted that he will be the first person to be sacked in England. As far as I'm concerned, Arteta proved all of them wrong. Now, last season, look at the kind of players Arteta used. Average players. To me, they are average players, except some kind senior men where we already don't know say that they perform very well. But look at the likes of Lukonga, look at the likes of Emil Smith-Rowe, look at the likes of Saka. But Arteta managed these small boys. When he couldn't get results from the so-called senior men in Arsenal at their first, second, and third game, he decided to use the likes of the youth, the small boys, and they were giving him results. So if he can prove to the world the stuff he's made of as a coach with the likes of average players, why won't he deliver with senior men that has winning mentality? And let's not forget that Arteta did his job without a prolific striker. You should not forget about that, because had even we have a prolific striker, are you telling me that we'll be slipped out of top 4 last season? Not at all. So by so doing, that's why I say I support Oga Teres 100%. Arteta go deliver. He go shock everybody. Say if care is not taken, Arsenal feel go there, go contest for this league. You understand? They've not seen it coming. But from the way I'm looking at things, Arsenal is a formidable force this coming season. I'm telling you.
All right, no while Oga Juka, I don't talk very, very well. So Oga Malo they talk say I won't drop any comments till the end of the season. But I wish my lovely Arsenal the best, strong. Malo, this one I lie, you see. Let me know what to be your expectation. Where Arsenal go end, because doesn't me and you, we know how they argue all this level. Tell me now, make I go right and that say now what Malo talk with this. Tell me where Arsenal go end. So may no hide from. I won't drop comment now. Let me know, man, what I get belief for Arsenal. Man, know those way believe say if we do something, you know, those kind of level. So Goshua the talk says CHUKS, well done. Let me be honest with you. Most of the people that we are underrating Arsenal right now, we are finishing at top 4. Now, for me, I would love to see Tielemans and Cody Gakpo and maybe loan Asensio. Okay, make I even come to this Tielemans matter, because as of now, say Fabrizio Romano don't drop breaking news. Say Lucas Torreira don't agree to finally go to Galatasaray, because the guy with the check say whether I go see another person will go fit sign up. So that one they go Galatasaray, which means we now have a vacuum, a space in the midfield for our midfield now. So this will Tielemans, even Ben Jacobs this night drop another breaking news. The Leicester City, they anticipate an offer from Arsenal anytime soon, because Arsenal don't sell Lucas Torreira. So now they say go where they talk say go for Tielemans. So I want to ask you, Oga Terence, we can start from you. This Yuri Tielemans deal, is it going to be a good move for us, or is it going to be a bad move for us? What do you think?
Yeah, Mr. CHUKS, thank you very much. I think it's going to be a good deal for us, because you know why? You see, when you are substituting players and you are substituting quality and you are bringing back quality, it still keeps the depth of the team intact. You understand? Not when and now we have multiple competitions. You know, players burnout is one thing that the FA are kicking against, because using a particular player for different competition, for crying out loud, these persons or these people are human beings. Blood flow through their veins, just like the way Saka did last this thing. So we need Tielemans to come in, because right now sometimes you can just change about 6-7 players from your first 11 when you are playing other competitions, and you need this kind of quality to assemble at the end of the day so that you can get results. You understand? Because you know why I love the Liverpools and the Man City. When they are substituting their quality player, they're bringing in. That is why you see them every season. It's either they are competing for the Premiership or their second position, just like that. So Arsenal can key into the same process, so that at the end of the day, this work of Arteta that we all are singing his praise, so that it will not just look as if we are just talking for talking's sake. But for me, Tielemans is a must, and it must come into that team, because if you see sometimes Zaka, his head, sometimes he just when like say the team don't touch him small, he will begin the misbehave. When you don't say don't they happen like that, you bring out Zaka, put in Tielemans there, or you start Tielemans ahead of Zaka, probably when you don't play too many games, and at the end of the day, you will get your result. Then for Eleni, you can play a Carling Cup, or you play Europa League, play Eleni and Tielemans, and you get your result too. These are qualities that we are talking about. Not playing playing Lekunga and playing Eleni in Europa League, and at the end of the day, there's lapses on the midfield. This is a big plus to Arsenal if we can complete that deal. Tielemans for me is a welcome deal. I think I want it. For me, my personal opinion, I want it. Yeah.
All right, no one. So Oga Juka, this Tielemans, Yuri Tielemans, don't see how the deal they go. What do you think now? Because from all indicators, we are going for him. We love him and he loves us. So do you think it's something good or it's something bad?
Be honest with you, Tielemans is a very big guy in Leicester City. He plays very well. And you can see that when you're watching Leicester City playing their games, you see that guy is good. I like him personally. He's a good guy. So he's going to be a good addition to the Arsenal squad. You understand? So when you are talking about Tielemans, we are talking about a player who has bond with Premiership. He knows every details of Premiership. This one is not going to. We are waiting for him to adapt. He's not going to adapt anything. He already adapted to the system of the game. He will just come in and give us the result we want. So it's a very good deal. And I believe there must be some underground business that must have been done on behalf of that guy, which was the reason why no other club is going for that guy, because he's already coming to Arsenal. But I think they just decided to keep it at bay. You understand? For some reasons known to them, but he's a good addition. And if they do, believe me, Arsenal will continue to attract more big players.
Exactly.
Abi.
Yeah.
All right, no wahala. So, Oga Terence, where you say we go end up for the season, this new season? What will be your position? Where this Arsenal ending?
Yes, if I thought say we will win the Premiership, then in fact, I dey carry big shoe give Arsenal away, way big pass their leg. For me, I think third is sure, third.
Okay.
Because
we don't
take them away from Man City and Liverpool. Sure.
All right, no wahala. Oga Juka, what say you? What position are we ending in this 2022-2023 season?
Man, I'm seeing third and second.
Oga, choose one. You want the two sides?
Yeah, I have
stop sitting on the fence.
Yeah, I have my reasons for that. My preferred reality of everything is third. You understand?
Okay.
But like I said earlier, I'm seeing Arsenal shocking everybody this coming season. Because let me tell you something. Guardiola don't know how good Jesus is. Guardiola don't know. If Guardiola know how good Jesus is, he will not sell Jesus. You understand? So, and now, I think where he is, he will be regretting why he let that guy go in the first place. That guy will bang more than 35 goals. And I tell you, that guy is a guy that can score under 5 minutes. He don't score 1, 2.
Hat-trick.
You understand? So I'm rating that guy that every match he will score hat-trick if he play 90 minutes. So a player of that caliber, you don't tell me that it will not take Arsenal to probably even close to testing, lifting the cup. You understand? But let's see how it goes. But I'm going for third or second. That's what I'm gonna choose.
All right, no wahala. For me, I'm not go lie for you. We no go see first. We no go see second, because just leave them for Man City and Liverpool. But you see, third is up for grabs. Third is up for grabs. Yeah. We can take third. Because I know I'm going to fight for fourth. We're going to fight for fourth now. Before I know that, we'll drop for fifth. We're going to fight for third.
Yes.
Third now is Coco.
Go write this thing. Go write it somewhere. Because I heard you when you say what you want to say now, because you go write them down. When the time comes, you will start asking. You say this. So you see, this first position is up for grab. Even Man City itself is not a guarantee that Man City will be in. The Arsenal can be in. Arsenal is good enough to be in that position. No?
Exactly. Sure.
The only thing Arsenal need now is just if to say now, somebody people will own Man City, own Arsenal. They feel buy just more 4 players for Arsenal. Yeah. Quality 4 more 4 quality players. And Arsenal, I remember Liverpool when Liverpool started.
Yeah.
I remember Liverpool after many years of their downfall, they started with Guardiola. Jurgen Klopp. Jurgen Klopp, his first season, he struggled. His second season, he did like Arsenal. Then his third season, he started, contesting. So I'm seeing that in Arteta. I'm telling you the fact. Their spirit is high. So we will see. You will see. Just go and write it down somewhere. So that position is up for grabs. Yes. It's not meant for anybody. It's meant for the top 6, as far as I'm concerned.
Or I know while and the sweet thing we say this video they for internet and the internet never forgets. So any day, anytime we can still go back to this video, go rewind and go watch and go hear we see everybody talk again. Now even the sweet thing now. So that's just how it's going to be. So now here we will call the show to an end. We're on the live for 42 minutes. So I just thank all our community members. Tomorrow we'll go live 3 times. We'll go live before the match, 30 minutes before the match, analyze the lineup, know how who go play, who no go play, let's know how it go. Then after the first half, we'll come back again. Then for full time, we'll give you the final analysis. So I just want to thank everybody that has tuned in to watch this show. And I say, wherever you see money to buy data to watch this show, may God replenish in our pockets in Jesus' name and inshallah. I want to thank Baba Sato, Oga Terence, Samuel, Oga Juka, everybody supporting us. We say thanks you and a good night, everybody. I get out. All right, thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Thank you so much.